Call the names.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala.
Shalom, shalom.
This is Brother Benaiah.
Brother Daniela.
Brother Quara. Brothers from the Great Millstone Camp here in Trinidad, coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai with a lesson to feed the elect, entitled Reject the Carnal, Be More Spiritual. So we start off by giving all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakah Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles, prophets, and teachers of Great Millstone, our spiritual fathers who rule well. Peace and salutation to the sincere Akim and Aqua who are following this truth in all diligence and all sincerity. I don't know if I can start with this precept. Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sown under sin. So I just want to get the definition in the Blue Letter Bible. Carnal. Come Blue Letter, yeah. Okay.
That is Romans what?
Romans 7 and verse 14.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, now pull up. If everybody want to get something else because the blue letter kind of...
Your blue letter sticking?
Yeah, boy.
Hold on, let me try it. Yeah. Let me try it here.
Okay, Romans.
Romans what?
7. It's Romans 7:14. Alright, it come up here, the definition here.
You good?
Yeah. Right, so it's G4559 Sarkikos. Outline biblical usage.
The word carnal?
Yeah, carnal, yeah.
Yeah. More on it?
Yeah, if you can play the audio for it.
Strong.
Get the audio.
Strong's G 4559 Sarkikos. Sarkikos.
So they have the outline biblical usage here. Fleshly, carnal. Having the nature of flesh that is under the control of the animal appetites. Governed by mere human nature, not by the Spirit of God. Other definition, having its seat in the animal nature or aroused by the animal nature. Next definition, human with the included idea of depravity pertaining to the flesh, to the body, related to birth, lineage, etc. And when you go to the Strong's definition, G4561, pertaining to the flesh, that is by extension, bodily, temporal, or by implication, animal, unregenerate, carnal, fleshly. So this definition basically going into your desires, the fleshly desires you have. We have a desire to sleep. When we sleepy, we just do is want to sleep, is go and sleep.
Can.
When we hungry, we eat. So too, men have desires for depraved things that displeases Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It can men who have a desire for strange flesh. Men who sleeping with men who sleeping with animals. We have just recently the brother put up on the group the man who got married to his car and was in an intimate relationship with his car. So men have very strange desires on the earth, lust of the flesh that they seeking to fulfill. And as we did touch in the lesson,
All praise to our power.
Esau has built a system to cater to these desires. The thing with your desires, your body releases a chemical called dopamine. And it's your pleasure center in your brain. When it's stimulated by the whatever you derive pleasure from, your body releases this hormone called dopamine.
All praise to our God. Yahweh Basham Yahushai.
And by being in that
All
excitement,
praise.
what you would find, persons becoming addicts to the various things they find pleasurable, to the point where some men even put others to death for the sake of indulging in the pleasure. Why? Because they spend more time feeding the flesh and less time feeding the spirit, if at all. You know, Brother Calabas always say, feed your faith, starve your doubts to death. You know, if we feed the spirit, we starve the fleshly man. Like Apostle Paul was saying, you know, through prayer and fasting. So, you know, when you're fasting, you go restrain from certain things. You know, from things that, you know, that please the flesh. So you're putting that flesh to death. The scripture says in Romans 8 and verse 6, he says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Can.
Right? So you're showing it here. You know, it's two different things, you know. Right? It's a battle. The daily condition of the battle, you know. Right? Right? So the scripture saying Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 12. He says, seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands. This flesh can make you get killed. Right? So, looking at being carnal, we can't escape it at the end of the day.
Can.
We are in the flesh, there are certain desires we're going to have. Like, it's natural for a man to desire the warmth of a woman. I mean, that's natural. We were created with that. But when a man take it to the point where in getting that warmth from a woman, that desire, he goes into another man's wife. One of his go to his brother's wife. That is when the sin come about. And that's that evil thing. You know, a man seeking to satisfy that desire. So it's a desire. When you look at the carnal and the use of the word carnal in the scriptures, it's often pointing to unrighteous, abominable things. We'll be seeing Jake doing, worshiping idols, and, you know, as the brother said before, you know, a man he married car.
Can,
You know, some people they the house, the money, they worship all these things, vain things, vanity. You know, and these things gonna get you killed. Right? Scripture saying in Jeremiah 10 and verse 14, he said, every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image of his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity and the works of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish.
Can.
All these things is vanity. It don't profit anything. Right? Worship in your house, study in your house. These things, you go in and perish, and you go in and die and leave these things here.
Can. Yeah.
These vain things.
With our way. And
This is why when you're reading Philippians, read the scripture, see. Right? We gotta count these things, all these things that was given to us, we gotta count it lost. For Mashiach's sake. Count it as done. Right? The scripture says, lay up your treasures in heaven.
Can.
Where moss and rust do corrupt. Right? Every year you might have to paint your house, it's mildew, it's rust. All these things. Thief could break in. All these things.
Yeah.
But these are the things the flesh doesn't desire. Vain thing. Right? Your house not going to bring you salvation.
The scripture say, keep your mind on the things above.
Can.
Oh no, not, you know.
So that's why it's always to be, you know, spiritually minded. Be in the spirit more. More spirit, less flesh.
Can.
You know?
Yeah, kill that fleshly man, you know, put that fleshly man to death.
But Esau designed things to keep Jake focused on entertainment, you know.
Yeah.
On social media and all these things, and Esau designed these things to keep Jake away from your bash, from your shine.
Yeah,
so all your time going and be towards these things, you know, your phone, browsing through. Sometimes when you on TikTok, you don't even want to come on TikTok because you're scrolling and seeing different things popping, and then you just scrolling to see more, and you know, when you watch the time, hey, they done.
Yeah.
And all your time being occupied in that.
What you need to do is channel that energy, you know. When you take all that time to be on your phone researching something of use or something of the kingdom, you know.
Yeah. Carnal, I like what you see that. There's Ephesians 5 and verse 9. Just how you see it. You say the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord.
Can
Yeah.
choosing the things that is acceptable to look at that time, you know. Not having your mind wandering off in things that are unprofitable.
I have a precept here. This is Ephesians chapter 2, verses 1 to 3. And you had he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. And when you look at sins, when you look at the sins that men commit, is the sins pertaining to the loss of a man's heart.
God.
Wherein in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, which backs up what we were saying. The whole system Esau designed is to cater to your flesh, to the desires, the various desires. So you could go anywhere online and find sites dedicated to the various depraved shit you take pleasure in. You could go online and find a site where you could see people defecating in another person's face and mouth, if that is the thing that you like. Now, these things actually happen. You have women openly letting you know they go to these countries to be porta potties for 50,000 US and what have you, to eat the feces of the rich. It have a girl, she had to hide her face. She did it, and right now she's dying because it literally poisoned she inside. And all that money she worked to get had to spend in medical bills. Wherein in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh. And when you look up that word conversation, it goes back to your behavior, your attitude, the things that you do.
That's right.
Verse 2. The things that you do, that's the conversation. People think that he's talking about how you and I having a talk. It is communicating conversation, is your behavior, your attitude. And the scripture is saying there was a time when we walk after the course of this world. But see, that's how Yahweh Hashem Yahushai poured out his spirit. He had to take us out of that darkness and bring us into his marvelous light. And being in that light is to walk after the spirit. You can't walk to fulfill the lust of the flesh. You have to fulfill the spirit. Because it's the spiritual man is what the Lord seeking to strengthen you. And by strengthening the spiritual man, you gain that strength and that fortitude to overcome each and every challenge. That is why we just afflict our bodies. This is why you fast. This is why you pray. This is why you take a break, you know, when it's Sabbath day, you put away the social media and you try to focus on things of righteousness, as the brother rightly said. Spend your time seeking things that can benefit your walk in this truth. That is what we're supposed to be occupied in the prophecies. Not watching the latest dance trend and wondering when Vibes Cartel coming up with the concert, looking for announcement and what have you. You see the world occupied in that. Look, the Olympics is a big fucking joke right now because the kind of nonsense you see taking place, persons real preoccupied. You know, we had this so-called breakdancing competition in the Olympics to show you how this thing gone global there. Australia sent up one of they say the best breakdancer. It was atrocious. And right now, she's the subject of so much memes across the planet. So the whole world is occupied looking at the videos, looking at the memes, and nobody's even studying.
That's a new event, though.
Yeah, that new event. And nobody looking at, what I could do to inherit eternal life. What I must do? You know? Entertainment. And that people, you know, that's a big thing for them. People laughing and making videos, content creators getting new content. They're riding the wave.
And you go into the word entertainment, it goes into the meaning oh, I don't know how words just come out of my mind just like that. Distraction.
Distraction.
Yeah. Entertainment is a distraction, and that is what it goes into. Yeah. So okay, you got it.
No, that was alright because what you're saying, they actually sums it up really great because this quest to be entertained, the sole purpose behind it is to distract you. That's why they set up a whole system called Hollywood to do so. And anybody who knows anything would know why they name it Hollywood goes back to the use of the holly tree. That's where the druids and the warlocks and the witches used to make the wand out of. What's the purpose of a wand? Casting spells.
Spells.
How spells cast? By the use of words.
Can.
And that whole system, spell casting, because what they would tell you when they call it the television, why they name it a television? Tell us a lie. Television, it was representative of the so-called crystal ball that the witches and them used to use.
That's right.
The television, you're telling the TV, telling a vision, showing a vision to show you what you want to see if it's entertainment. And people cast spells through media, you know. How people get possessed and things.
Yeah.
For that.
Spirits. The television is a doorway for spirits, you know. A lot of people look at television and it encourages them to do things. You know, it give them spirits. They give them spirits to play out whatever they look at on it. You know.
So when you look at, you know, it might be, Jake will be seeing it as entertainment, not knowing it idols and all kind of devil things, the sacrificing and serving and, you know.
It's a distraction from what you're supposed to be doing. You know?
So there's the 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 20, and start at verse 20. He said, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God.
And not to the Most High. Those things that are these nations, they pushing for you to, you just end up breaking the first law. It's all these things that they push to you, that they, you know.
All these hand signals and all these things that they're seeing Jake's doing, thinking that is, you know, entertainment and that style. And making all these Illuminati, you know.
As you were saying, as I was saying earlier on Vibes Cartel, because now they have a new trend now. I didn't say it's a trend, but it's like this the same kerchief that he wear coming out of jail. Now all them Jamaicans now they're following after that. So the prices of the
kerchief, the
bandana it's skyrocket now. $500 for a bandana.
Have a nice picture here at the back of where you say. Also like
back in the 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 7, read it back until 20. He said, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice the devil.
To devils,
and not to God. And I would not that he should have fellowship with devils.
Can.
Right?
Yeah, Colossians 2 and 8. Stay away from these things of the other nations. Stay away from it. Don't have it. Don't put your full mind into these things. Don't, don't have your full spirit into these things. It's not good, you know.
You have no fellowship with these devils.
It will cause you to err.
We're going like this precept, Sirach 18 verses 30 and 31. It says, go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee. And that proves when you look at Jake's state. He done real laughing at Jake.
You running after everything that this woman that's played tennis was on him. Serena. You look at Serena in this time here, how she looking?
Looking like a man, dude. She got a dude.
Yo, Serena spoiling him.
Yeah.
So that is because as they hear these so-called celebrities, they get a little money, they want to look like they're oppressors now.
Yeah.
As they have a little money, you know, she lighten her skin.
Yeah, yeah.
You take away now she looking like some kind of
Mutant.
I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
what it is. Vibes Cartel too. He didn't like the color of his skin.
that is terrible.
He claims it's for he claims for he tattoos he take. He want to lighten it up so his tattoos could be visible. I mean, if you wanted your tattoos visible, put it in fluorescent. I mean, you done that already. Put it in fluorescent.
That could very be the cause of his condition
Yeah.
also, you know,
Yeah,
because
that ain't poisoning.
that ink it goes into your bloodstream and it weakens your immune system. And what is his condition? His condition is a disease that weakens your immune system, you know.
You make an excellent point there.
Yeah, so all that could contribute to his condition that he in now.
Yeah, even transgression, because that would have get you sick.
That's judgment, yeah. That's judgment. That what taking place with him right now, it could be the Lord's judgment for doing what you're doing. You understand? And we ain't even talking about whatever you get jailed for. We're talking about what you're doing to yourself.
I honestly of the opinion that dude will be soon.
Soon.
I am. Everybody talk about the concert and the concert. I see him.
I have the opinion that
I see him
he
get
not
on
too
this
long.
man's face.
Yeah, you can see that. You can look at this. You know, you can look at him, look at his condition. He's not
Yeah.
looking. People studying music, but when you look at this guy, it doesn't look like he have too long again.
But Jake's occupied because why? He just put forward as a distraction.
The destruction
Keep the people
can.
not prying where we don't want them to pry. And as I said, there's an old strategy used because when they go back to the Romans, it's games they used to use to distract the people.
Yeah.
Like what's going on now?
Yeah.
A lot of games to keep people preoccupied. Look, election coming up. You don't hear about Trump and Kamala. Now we have elections coming up in our country. Everybody here, we all come together, probably PNM and whatever. People occupied in these things. People seeing what's going on.
Just to announce that all the brothers in this shoot, you should look at this a series called Those That Are About to Die. You know, that is I think in Rome. A lot of with all the ticketing. It's a thing about Rome, and you seen Jakes in Rome and what was taking place, and the same thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
They spoke about that. They use that as entertainment to keep the people at bay, because when the people they began to get hungry, they started to rebel, and Caesar had no to do certain things. He had to keep them entertained.
You know, dopamine and the endorphins released from your pleasure center just make you forget hunger and things.
Yeah.
How much time you doing some pleasurable and you ain't studying food?
You ain't studying food.
You
And
realize how hungry.
after it's done, you're going back.
Can?
I can't remember the name of the movie. There were two of them were in the room and hungry.
Yeah.
And when they started thinking, a section thing, they forget about hunger.
Can.
Yeah.
Look at that movie, Those That Are About to Die. You know, I'll put it up in the room so the brothers can take it in. You can take it in as we reach home. Let's go, you know.
Remember that in that movie on Gladiator, that was the phrase the gladiators always say.
It's a gladiator
If you
movie.
are about to die, salute you.
That's right. That is what it's about. It's about entertainment, how they entertain the people.
Yeah.
The gladiators, and they salute the emperor. They salute him and let him know for those that are about to die. And you know, and they entertain the people by doing what? Killing. Sometimes they have to kill their own.
If I remember clearly, the elders said that the guy who brought down the Roman Empire was a former gladiator.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
You're correct. Watch that, you will see it.
Several speak, they say he was a
Can.
gladiator.
Look at that, you will see that it looked like all the actors in the scriptures in there. I forgot to remind brothers about that, but that's a little. The name of it is Those That Are About to Die. They show you all what they say, how they say kill the Israelites that were living in Rome. You know, they didn't come out and say there's Israelites, but we know those people that was living in Rome, they were Israelites also. You know, they were Romans, but they were Israelites living in Rome. Just show them where they used to crucify them. Everything passed through in that series.
Them gladiators and them that was it.
Yeah, where they caught lions and they did in the arena. You know, they would capture alligators. They would have a big pool, and they put the alligators on them. They're fighting with the alligators, and the alligators killing them. And it's a good series to watch. You know what I mean? For men that in this truth, you would see what was going on in Rome.
So just one more point, quick point. When you look at carnal,
Yeah.
you know, it appeals to what we know as the five senses. Of the five senses, there are two considered highly dangerous. Highly suggestive, with one edging out the other. So the two senses that are considered dangerous, where you're encouraged to guard, because failure to guard these two avenues especially does give way to you fall into all the other desires pertaining to your five senses. See, sight and sound is the two most dangerous, and of the two, sound is the most dangerous.
Oh yes.
Because everything you see, even though your mind not cognizant that you see it, your mind saw it, and it leaves a impression,
imprint, yeah.
in it.
A vision, right? You always see it.
You always see it. Under hypnosis, people, they didn't even realize they were sick. They pass it quick. They didn't even realize their brain and pick up everything. Hearing is the most dangerous of the five senses. Because while you could close this and not let anything enter there, you can't close that. No matter how much you think your ears, you notice it's still here. It's still here. Sound is the most dangerous, and that is what Esau using. When he promoting an ad, as much as he's stimulating the eyes, he know for you to remember it, have a catchy song or a jingle or something with it.
Yes.
It's always playing in your mind. And when it play in your mind, you remember that thing.
That is with it. A jingle, they always have something, you know, that to work, something to work on your emotions. Spells, yeah.
Like that forcing you to do that thing.
That's right.
That enchantment. Because basically, even when you go in these groceries that run by these Edomites and Elam,
yeah.
Them just do the sorcery. Sometimes you'll go in that grocery, same by, you ain't going and spend no more than 500 or 400 or 100.
Yeah.
You just go in and just buy one item and boom, 1,300. You don't spend a lot already. And then someone tell me, with the ass, I didn't spend all this money.
Don't in this grocery, you know what they do? Don't in the grocery, don't care of them, you know what they do? They have this music played, Christmas music. So I tell a lady, I was like, what going on here? But we in July, she tell me, so you know about July? You know about Christmas in July?
Yeah.
And you know, it is back in that spirit and you know, to make you spend.
To spend, yeah.
So what you're saying is, it is true?
Yeah,
You go there to spend 100 and you're going to check your bill.
Five.
Yeah. I didn't go to spend so much. Why I spend so much?
Yeah, in this place you must guard your spirit, you must guard you must have some discernment of what's going on. You must know about it, these things.
So you must be ignorant of Satan's devices.
Correct.
Willingly ignorant.
He can.
Willfully ignorant, ignoring. Look here, the prophets teaching and prophesying and lying all you know. Don't listen to them, man. All them just teach is doom and gloom. The leaders say everything okay, you don't have to worry about that. Things handled. And then the shit hit the fan. Oh gosh, why you know I should have listened? Didn't.
Play away.
Yeah.
I should have played up.
Hi
Jakes, you know what I mean? You must know about these things. These witchcraft that they you know, they commit on the face of the earth. That is what they're doing to us. You know? Sometimes you fall into that trap. They might be, somebody might make a video and in the background they're using a theme or a nice it's to really work on your emotion. You know?
That's why Christianity so successful and they emphasize playing on
Music, yeah.
yeah, they make the whole experience of feeling the spirit, as they say, an emotional response.
Yeah, they make you get carnal. Yeah, they make you get carnal.
And when you see people rolling on the ground like fools, because of that music playing certain chords, when you play it in certain succession, it has a hypnotic effect.
That's right.
I'm not pronouncing it.
Let me get this one. Let me get it. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Deuteronomy 8, it's verse 3.
Show that,
Right?
not to be, carnally, but, to be the spirit too, because the Lord said it. Well.
Alright, this is Deuteronomy 8 and 3. And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knowest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread alone.
Man not live by bread alone. We can please in this flesh, they sacrifice this flesh. Because we know the body needs that. What does really nurture a man? What does really nurture a man? And he let all things.
The word.
The word of Yahweh.
And that was,
why the scripture says it wasn't the plasters or the herbs.
Yeah.
That restored health.
Health, yeah.
But the word of Yahweh.
Health is begin here in your mind. Right? The scripture would call it your heart, your la'ab. Right? Your mind. That is where healing is start. Right up there. But it says, but by every word, right? No, say that, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, doth man live.
Yeah, doth man live. By the word. Because your flesh, by doing carnal things, not going to bring you salvation. It's the spiritual things that are going to bring you closer to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Not the carnal. Not the carnal things. You feel by worshiping idols or worshiping your wife, or worshiping your house, or your money going to bring you closer to your Hashem Yahushai. No.
Correct.
That's going to bring you to death and destruction. But it's the spiritual thing that is bringing you close, because the most high of spiritual things.
As they had the brother read that precept, I just remember when Yahushua was in the wilderness and he said, as it is written, now knowing that Yahushua was quoting the law. Because we read it in the law here, man shall not live by bread alone. I didn't even know that was in the law until the brother make me go to this.
They will say, what was Satan? What was Satan trying to trick him with?
Appetite.
Think to satisfy the flesh. I will give all this kingdom, I will give all this. You want to give something where already belongs to
me. That's right.
He created, Yahweh created this world.
Even though he was in the flesh, he knew, hey, all this is mine already.
You can't come with that trick bag. Then he craftiness here.
Just in cattle on 1,000 hills.
But this is why Yahweh bring out that man shall not live by bread alone.
It's quoting the law. These are the lesson to do. As it is written.
Alright, well, with that, come to the end of another lesson. Hope it was edifying, We give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great multitude that told us this truth. Salutations to the brothers that pushed this truth to the four corners, that could see the prophecies from afar off and call them out. To the brothers and sisters that believe and listen to this truth in sincerity. Alright, this is the brothers again that came together to do this video. We say Shalom.
Shalom.